Let me introduce my very handsome host here, Tony Cornelius. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How you guys doing today on the Soul Train Cruise? And this is my fabulous host, Angela Stribling.
I heard a little pause there before you said my name.
Sometimes I forget your name.
Oh,
you know?
that's terrible. All right. Well, we know who we're all here to see and hear. I can't wait. How many Funketeers in the audience? Yes. Oh my goodness. Funketeers.
Any atomic dogs in the audience? Anybody been on the mothership, the connection, the mothership? Okay, here we go.
Go for it, Tony.
You go for it.
All right, then. Let's talk about the original funk master. Put your hands together. He created the funk, as far as I'm concerned. The one, the only, George Clinton.
Uh-oh, we got something here.
He comes with presents. He's got gifts.
Okay, he's got gifts. Funkadelic gifts. Okay.
I was going to start off asking you something else, but I need to ask you, what is this?
It's the first Parliament album in 38 years. It's called Medicaid Fraud Dog. Alias the Big Pill.
The Big Pill. That's the Big Pill.
And I'm gonna make you sick of me. Then I'm gonna give you the antidote.
Oh, yes. I love that.
George, so we're so excited to have you here on the Soul Train Cruise.
It's good to be here. I've been watching y'all for the last couple of days. Gladys and Smokey, both of my idols. So
Right.
I'm hip to you.
Oh, man.
It's good to see you again, too. You was a little kid last time I saw you.
No question. But I'm grown now. I can handle you now.
Yeah, you grown. Yeah, you look like your daddy.
I'm a grown ass man now.
Grown ass man. Okay.
Had to let him know. Let him know, Tony.
Do that shit.
You know what I love? You always have something going on. I mean, you've been funkin' since the late 60s.
If you got funk, you got style. You're funkin' and you're...
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounded pretty good. But you always recreate. I
Well,
mean...
you got to keep up with these kids, you know, and the best way to do that is the music that get on your nerve. That's the new shit. Just remember that if you can keep tuning to that music that get on your nerve, that's the new music. It saves you a lot of steps trying to figure out that you're gonna have to like it sooner or later. It ain't going nowhere, so it keeps you in style if you pay attention to it.
So George, where did you get your get up from, man? Where did you?
Oh,
I mean, you still the best in the business.
Well,
believe me.
It's still pretty much the same place. You go to Melrose in Los Angeles, they got whatever costumes of the day. Whatever that day is, whatever era you're in, they pretty much got it for you.
But
so I just trust them.
I'm with Tony. You always have your own stamp on it. I remember when you
glad
had...
you said it like that, talk. Well, you know, I used to do hair. Worked in a barber shop, so I style folks. We made folks in style, so I pretty much can keep my eye on what's going on. I don't care if I don't seem like I'm there. I'll be there.
Yeah.
So George, tell me something. Tell me more about when you created Atomic Dog and the mothership. What were you thinking?
I wasn't thinking. That's the key to it. I was on one.
Oh my God.
As you call it.
God.
And matter of fact, I thought they was trying to record without me. You know, I had one of them old tweaking attitudes, you know, like, y'all ain't gonna do this without me, and I don't even know what they're doing. They had to track on backwards, so I had to really do what they call come off the top of my dome, because when it came on, and I realized it, oh shit, I don't even know what key this is in. It's just going, it was backwards. So I started talking. This is the story of famous dogs. I'm trying to play it off. But a dog that chases its tail will be busy. That was pretty funny to me. So I kept talking as a rapping dog. Then I couldn't get no keys. Why must I feel like that? Why must I chase the cat? Real atonal. I ain't committed to shit. And as you get into it, do the dog, catch you, do the dog. Damn, that shit's right, dog. I saw folks smiling on the other side of the glass. Shit, I got this. In every life. That was, and Gary and them, instead of coming back and doing it right, they left that on there and they just did the same thing I did in harmony. Why must I feel like that? Why must I taste? And we just made that the theme.
Now, when you were talking about the dog chasing the cat,
well,
who's the dog and who's the cat?
Well, I ain't got to go through all that. I mean, pussy like pussy.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Tony made you go there, didn't he?
It's
Blame it on. We're gonna blame that one on Tony. He made him go there. Oh my!
The dog is in you, and they, like I told Snoop, he wanted to be a dog. I said, you the pick of the litter. He was a pup then, but he's a big dog now. He can come off the porch. But it's that old instinctive thing. We will be chasing it.
I'm with Tony in talking about your style and where does this all come from. I remember the mothership landing on the stage. Right? I mean, where did all of the... Yeah, we're going, wait, well, I've got one or two who are with me. But this was innovation. No one was doing anything like that. So where did you get all those ideas from?
Okay, let's take it. We started out doo-wopping. We were singing five stand-up singing. Wanted to be cool. We wanted to be that. We fought so hard to get to Motown, got there, and just to run into Temptations and all these 6 feet thin, cool dudes, and you realize right away, okay, no, this ain't us. This ain't us. So by doing hair, what is cool. So we say, so it's not what's cool right now, because that ain't cool, but we know how to do this. We can't beat them at their game, so we give me a towel and a Holiday Inn sheet, and I make a diaper, and I come from another angle. I come from the get out of my life, woman, you don't love, that New Orleans funk, real laid back halftime. So we basically went underground like the rock bands was doing with rock and roll, the psychedelic era. We basically just went that route. Takes a longer time, but you grow into the theatrics of all the styles. Mm-hmm. So we just watched Hair, we watched the Beatles, we watched Pink Floyd, all of them do their theatrics. So by the time we got ready to come back out of the sheets and diapers, we knew where we was going, where we wanted to go. We were from New York, New Jersey. So we knew how to slick it up. So it's about to get a spaceship. We ain't gonna just come, with no hip car. Oh, no. We getting ready to, they talk about tripping. You tripping. You want to see it lean as you go past this galaxy and, hats tilt to the side in outer space. We had to have leather suits that made us look like Thumpasaurus people. Gaga Googa, Gaga Googa. It was a whole phenomena, a whole storyline. Bootsy with his star glasses and the whole cosmetology of the whole thing. We had to dress for that. And so by that time, we spent a lot of money for the spaceship. So we had to spend a lot of money for the haberdashery. Okay. So you had to look like, we got so far gone, we had to stop it because we didn't realize we was transgressing with the animal rights people because I had that ermine coat. It was, I thought I was cool, but no, you can't be doing that. We had to go back and get fake ermine, but it still was cool. Nobody didn't even notice it. It's in the Smithsonian now.
Now, you know, George.
Trendsetter,
Fantastic. That's
trailblazer.
fantastic information.
For real. My
Y'all looking good. Are we gonna party tonight? Ooh wee.
That's right.
Wait.
You know, I noticed when I was buying your albums, you always had the animation, the animated drawings, all the drawings. Who inspires that? Who did that kind of stuff?
Overton Lord and Pedro Bell did the Funkadelic ones, and Overton Lord did Parliament with the certain nose and the, all the characters. And Ronald Edwards did Parlette and the Horny Horns. So we had three artists that pretty much stayed with us. Overton did this one.
Wow.
I mean, he lived with me right now. So we have all the stories and the cartoons on the Medicaids and the meds or drugs, whatever you want to call them. Ain't no difference. It's about the insurance.
we got some serious stuff over here for.
Yeah, there's a lot in there.
I'm just gonna say one because hey, this is warning. This is scrotum implosion. And
Those are side effects.
This is heebie-jeebies.
Oh, yeah, we got the narcissistic pontification.
And rectal weeping.
I think we should
putting
stop.
it down now.
That's
enough.
I think we're good.
That's enough. Only George Clinton could do
Medicaid
this.
fraud dog. he tracked down all. This is the dope on dope. There he is right there.
So George, how does it feel to be part of the? You got a Grammy under your belt. You got a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame under your belt. How does that make you feel?
I don't have the Grammy. They ducked us with the Grammys for a long time. They give it to me now. They give me a Lifetime Achievement Award. They're making up for it.
Come on, y'all can give George a bigger applause than that now. Come on.
There you go. Well deserved. So you've got this new CD out. First of all, can people just go to iTunes and everywhere and get this now?
Day after tomorrow, you'll be able to. You can get it on iTunes now, yeah, but you'll be able to get the physical one, day after tomorrow.
Okay, good. As soon as we get ashore.
Oh no!
See there? Next time you got to bring them on the ship.
They got a few. I don't think they didn't bring enough.
That's all right.
Y'all gonna have to wait for that one.
You're going to have to wait until you get ashore. But you know what I love about you? One of the things I love about you, I love so many things about you, but you're always with something. I saw you a year ago and you had a book out.
Oh yeah, brothers be yo like George. Ain't that funkin' kind of hard on you? That's the title of the book. And
That's the title.
It's also the title of one of the singles on the Funkadelic album 2 years ago. First you gotta shake the gate. So all of these things was tied together for the reappearance of Funkadelic, even though we never go anywhere. We had to reassert ourselves because we're fighting for the copyrights and all the recapturing of all the masters and all that. So and nobody gonna care for you if you don't care for yourself. So we had to reinvent ourselves, and you'll see tonight the show is hot. We'll do a couple of these. Y'all come to hear the old stuff, so we're gonna lay that on you. But we got to stick a couple of new ones in there. You'll recognize them.
So George, tell me something real quick. How do you feel about the music today? I mean, you guys were doing music. Now it's in a box. You hit a button and you can get the bass and the
I paid attention. I kept right up with it. I watched it change. It's always gonna be changed. That's what I say. When it get on your nerve, follow it. I sample my own music.
Oh, I love that. That's funny.
I'll sample my song off of somebody else's song. It ain't no thing. It just keep evolving. However you translate it or transfer it to somebody else, that's up to whatever controls this. We just in it. We're just trying to make sure we're a big part of it.
So you don't fight it, you go with it. You brought up a couple times, wait until tonight. I can't wait until tonight. And so tell us about your band members. You've got a lot of people with you. Who's performing?
Wow. It's everybody, you got Blackbird, the guitar player, you got Lodge Curry, you got Greg Thomas, Benny, Calvin, the horn players in Baltimore. Oh, you got all my grandkids. I ain't gonna start announcing naming all of them.
That's what I wanted you to
You'll
say.
see them when you see them. You'll know them. They're all funky. You know what I'm saying? They're all funky. We got the horn players. The son is in the band, so it's like family, and they've been funking along. The members that playing been here forever, and the kids was here since they were born. So it's brand new funk.
Now, George, what are some of your favorite songs when it comes to all the songs that you've created? If you could think of your favorite songs, what would they be?
Oh my, that's hard. It changes every day. You know, I mean, it depends on, like you say, favorite. It'll be for production. I would say Knee Deep. You know, as production and Atomic Dog. Those are two strange type songs. But then songs like Flashlight and One Nation come from a whole nother place.
Wow.
Then you got a Maggot Brain. You know.
Y'all act like you know what he's talking about or something.
You know, you can that's a whole nother, that's a whole nother trip. And then you'll start picking off all kind of in between there. You got all kind of Jimmy got a little bit.
You know, people love you, and I love the fact that you told us a little bit about the journey. Like when you got into the business, you're like, okay, I'm not the button-down, guy in a suit.
Oh.
You had to do your own thing. But
Yeah,
you've done it
like I said,
consistently.
once we got to Motown and saw the Temps and the Four Tops and the Smokies and all of how slick everybody was looking and that even height, all that was pretty choreographed, and we was up, down, short, and wide. We was all of that. So you had to come up with a new, and like I said, we worked in barbershops, so we knew how to be slick, if that's what it was going to be. But at the same time, we was looking over our shoulder. Here come the Rolling Stones and the Beatles wearing jeans with holes in them, patches on them, saying, fuck you. And that was hip. That was called hippies. They was on the charts, so we had to, okay, what we going to do? Like I said, that's when we took those suits off, and I got me a Holiday, and I remember Holiday and towel, and made a diaper out of it. And the sheet, cut a hole in it and put my head through it. I wore that sheet for 2 years. You could stand it in the corner.
But that's not easy to do, to just be an original. These days, everybody's following everybody.
It was called hippies and get free. You was free. You didn't have to do nothing.
Yeah.
And wow. So for that period, I enjoyed that moment. I ain't gonna lie.
So, George, if there was something that you could tell a young musician that wanted to follow you as far as funk and what funk means, where would you lead them?
Watch what you step into. If you follow me, you're gonna step in something. No, really, man, I'd say do the best you can and funk it. Once you've done the best you can, leave it alone. Funk it. If you can do that with that attitude, I've done the best I can. I ain't got nothing to deal with after this. I'm moving on to the next thing. So once you can do that and if you enjoy what you're doing, which is I do today, it's still just as easy to get on the bus and go to the gig as when I first started. That I realize now that everybody don't see that shit that easy. So it becomes a job to them. But that's the difference in the way you look at it. My thing, if you don't like the effect, don't produce the cause. You can always change your mind. You can change your reactions to shit, but you might not be able to change the shit.
Wise words.
Yeah.
Wise words.
And right there, that's a load of weight off your ass when you can just, I'm through with it. When you can let it go that easy, let it go.
Now, there was a rumor going around that this was going to be your last run. I don't know how true that is now. That's just
November, this is November. I've been rehearsing these for the last 3 years. But I'll be doing the records and the cartoons and movies. We're gonna do a lot of that. That's what we have to find new ways to make the music useful. You can't sell it no more, like Smokey was saying. You got to find other ways so you can put it in cartoons, background music for movies, and commercials, and with that new instrument called the internet. I'm on YouTube making up shit. You know?
Well, see, that's why I know the Soul Train Cruise is gonna take care of George Clinton while he's here, right?
Oh, man, shit.
All right, we gonna do him right?
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
I think everybody's going to show up tonight, right?
Yeah, come on through there, y'all. And bring 2 booties. One booty ain't enough.
Oh, they gonna bring 2 booties now. Ain't no question about that.
Well, you know, I mean, there's so much that we can say. I could stand here, sit here, talking to you all day about your career, and you've had such, and still have, such an amazing career. I mean, to be doing what you love from the 60s all the way to almost 2020.
From the 1957.
Wow. Yeah.
We started Parliament in grade school.
That's,
When Frankie Lyman was singing Why Do Fools Fall in Love. That's when we started.
wow.
So George, if there was an act today that you looked at as an act you really liked, who was that right now? What is an act right now that you really like?
Yeah, just Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for real. I mean, he puts his butt into it, and that's what you have to do. The same way your Prince or Michael, you know, he's that kind of, energy. You know, I worked with him on To Pimp a Butterfly.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and he puts his what it takes into it.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the ones, but then there's a lot of that's. Like Smokey said, Bruno Mars, was that him say that?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, he's another one. He put work in. But a lot of them, they just do it different. I mean, that whole trap thing out of Atlanta, they ain't joking. They ain't joking. You know, we might not be of another style, another era, but I'm into Cardi B.
Wow.
I mean, that's the new thing. That's the new way they do it. So I just give it up and pay attention.
Well, you know, I know we got to let George get out of here because I'm ready to get on the mothership. All right, so Angela, I'm gonna give you the duties to get us out of here, to
All right.
put us on the mothership
All
before
right.
it's over here.
Oh, that's a big job, but I am the one to do it. Did you all enjoy this today? Put your hands together for the one and only George Clinton.
George Clinton, the mothership.
Yes, for Tony Cornelius, I'm Angela Scribbling. This is All Access Pass.
We want the funk. Let me hear you say, gotta have that funk. Oh. We want the funk. Do what? Gotta have that funk. Oh. We want the funk. Give it up. One more time. We want the funk. Oh, oh. We gonna turn this